Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus, and for today's video, we are going to be taking a look at not WoW or Overwatch, but something that I thought was really cool that I discovered over the past weekend. A lot of people have been going on about it. A couple streamers I follow have been messing around with it. A couple YouTubers I like as well have been messing around with it. Some friends have been messing around with it, so I finally was like, alright, I'm going to take a look and see what this wallpaper engine is all about. Now, I've always been a big fan of live wallpapers. When they were first introduced to smartphones years ago, it was really cool concept, but it killed your battery so quickly that it just wasn't worth it half the time. Especially if you're like me and you text a lot, you message a lot, you just use your phone for a lot of apps, right? It was just way too taxing on the battery. But with where computers are at now, it's a little more fun. So what we got here is the wallpaper engine using the Steam Workshop. It is $3.99, $4, $3.99 in the Steam store. So I clicked that buy button, went to check it out, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. So what I'm gonna bring to you guys today is a little bit of a short review, and just kind of an explanation of what it is, and maybe you'll be interested. I don't feel like it needs to be said, but I'll say it anyways, just for transparency's sake. This is obviously not a sponsored video. This is just something that I thought was really cool and worth sharing with you guys. So of course, like anything else through Steam, you'll find it in the store. You'll search for it, and then you're gonna go and you're gonna purchase it basically. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go wallpaper, and basically once you type in wall, it's on the top search results right now because it's super popular. So you're gonna go to the Wallpaper Engine site or the page. You're gonna buy it, purchase it, all that kind of stuff like that, and then after you do that, you're gonna run the program. So once you pop it open, I've got it saved to my desktop because I was having trouble getting it to show up in my Steam library, which was a bit strange to me, but I just put it on my desktop anyways, since I'd rather just be able to open this up and mess with it rather than having to go through Steam every single time. So what we got here, just for point of reference, is my standard desktop that I've had for a while now. It's a lovely picture of Reinhardt, that beautiful fellow that we love in Overwatch. Does a great job keeping us safe as long as you stay behind his shield. But like I said before, I've got the Wallpaper Engine app, I guess is what it's called now on Windows, which seems a little bit weird to me, loaded on to my desktop. That way I don't have to go into Steam and mess with that anytime I want. I've got it right here on my desktop. So this is what we got here. I do have two monitors, so it did pick up that I have two monitors up, which is kind of cool. Now what I like about this already is the options you have here. But before we go any further with that, I'll give you a real quick rundown of what it looks like to install it. Basically, once you install it, load it up going, you're going to get some options on what kind of quality you're wanting on your wallpapers, basically. And that will be up to you to decide based on your machine, performance, and things like that. I've got a very new rig, so I'm very confident that my machine will be able to run all of these at high settings, so I cranked it up. It doesn't seem like it'll be all of that demanding, though. Which is kind of nice. Let's see, actually. Let's see if we can pull up any the spec requirements. So, system requirements are Windows 7 with Aero, 8.1 or 10, which I have. Processing speed of 1.66 gigahertz, Intel i5 or equivalent. I feel like most gamers typically have that. I think even a lot of MacBooks have that as well. I think most MacBooks come stock with i5s, if I'm not mistaken. You can upgrade to an i7. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not super familiar with Mac because I just don't care about Mac. Personal preference. Memory, 1024 megabytes of RAM. Graphics, HD graphics 4000 or above. And then it does recommend, though, the NVIDIA GeForce 660 or the AMD HD 7870. So those alone are fairly reasonably priced cards, so you really don't need a super high-end rig to run this, right? Just looking at these specs right here. This is so my old machine will be able to run this. Like, my old machine had an NVIDIA GeForce 770 in it, and so this running these on there won't be a problem at all, which is, again, kind of cool. So luckily, one of those small things where you can actually enjoy stuff without having to dump thousands of dollars into a huge gaming rig. So once you get the program all installed, going up and running, you pick your startup results or your settings and things like that. You're good to go. Now, as you can see, I've already downloaded a couple just to mess with, just to obviously make sure this is something I even was interested in, past, being curious. So what you can do after that, though, is you can open the Steam Store or the Steam Workshop. I prefer to just go straight to the Steam Workshop. because it drops you right here. You get idea of what some of the stuff's going to look like. You get your genres over here. You can even search the Wallpaper Engine. So I mean, you can, if you want, get started voting in your queue if you want. You can do all that. You can even click on the most popular ready to use wallpapers, although most of us will probably have an idea of what we're looking for once we come in here. So let's just look for Final Fantasy, right? So we got that going. We got some cool stuff from all different types of Final Fantasies. We've got 10, we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got cute little chibi gifs and all things like that, and you can get the previews and things like that, which is kind of cool as well. Of course, depending on what you're searching for, obviously we'll have different amounts of search results, so some of the more abstract stuff might have fewer options, of course, which is the nature of the beast. And then all you have to do, if you find a wallpaper that you like, let's see if we can find a cool Final Fantasy one that I really like. Let's find something from Tactics or 7. Okay, so this will work. So we got a cool one of Bahamut here. Now, once you click on the actual wallpaper itself, you can either subscribe to it here from the page itself, or stuff will pop up right here for you to subscribe to it, which is kind of nifty. So if you like it, you subscribe to it. There's the thing. Now what it does after this, at that point, is it actually goes over here, and if you open up your wallpaper app or your a program from your desktop or your Steam, however you got it opened, you can actually see it downloading right there. So it actually adds it right into your library, which I think is great. Less steps is always better as far as I'm concerned. No sense in complicating things. So it downloads it, gets it going, and then once it's in there, you're actually good to go, which is kind of spiffy. So we're going to go ahead and close Steam really quick here because we've got enough here. Let's move that over here. So just for kicks and giggles, for starters, we'll go ahead and click on that. And once you click on it, it actually loads it up for you, which is kind of cool. So we'll minimize that. And some of them do have sound as well, so you need to keep an eye on that. This one in particular does not, which is totally fine. But look how sick that is. Like, anybody who loved World of Warcraft and Burning Crusade, it's just like, oh, dude, that's such a sick wallpaper. I believe this one has sound, so brace yourself, headphone users, if this is really loud. Let's see. Yeah. So we got that going. It's got some sound going. Iconic Wrath of the Lich King music, which is really nifty. Now, of course, what's cool is right here in the actual program or app itself, or the interface here, you can actually adjust the volume, which is really cool. You can do that. You can turn it off entirely if you want, which I probably will, because my wife would kill me if I had my computer playing music 24/7. And it would probably actually annoy me after a while. We'll leave it up just slightly, just for the sake of this video. You can also adjust the playback rate, which is interesting. So you can speed it up if you want, which is pretty spiffy, or even slow it down, make it all slow-mo and dramatic. Which affects the sound as well. Kind of spiffy. I dig it. Which doesn't really matter a whole lot if you have the sound off entirely. So, there's that. Either way, I think this thing is sick. I'm going to be using it a lot. It definitely is a nice change of pace from the traditional wallpaper. Because let's be real. The wallpaper is an important piece of your PC. We spend all this money building these super fancy high-end machines. But it all comes together once you put that really cool wallpaper up, right? That's what I thought. So we'll put the Alliance banner on real quick. So that I thought was really cool. You just got the flowing flag in the background there for the Alliance. Of course, we got the little bit of Horde representation as well with the sparks flying off of it. Looks like it's dripping blood. Pretty sick. Got the Overwatch cat edition, which I thought was hilarious. Yeah. So overall, this is just a killer program. I keep wanting to say program. I mean, they basically call them apps on Windows 10 now. It doesn't matter. But this, I thought, was one of the more gorgeous ones as well. Just that rainfall and just the, I don't know, something about it was really nifty. Definitely encourage you guys to check this out if you feel like your machines can run it, or if it's just something you're curious about and wanna check out. Oh, see, that makes me happy too. As a Genji player, oh, that makes me really happy. Oh, dude, that's sick. And let's check out the Bahamut one since we just downloaded it. Ooh, cool. I dig it. How about the Metal Gear Solid one? One of my favorite games of all time. One of my absolute favorite game series of all time too. That's cool. Even got the start button there. I like that. Dig it. So yeah, overall, some really cool stuff here. There's a lot of value here, and especially to you because you know this is the kind of thing people are going to keep developing for. This is the kind of thing that people are going to probably push the boundaries for and make some really crazy cool stuff with. So definitely check this out. I think you guys will have a blast with it. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I'm going to spend a bunch of time tonight probably accumulating a bunch of wallpapers that I'll use maybe once or whatever, and that's all there is to it. But overall, it seems like a really cool thing, and I'm going to be enjoying it. And let me know what you guys think. If it's something that you're able to use, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you find the wallpapers you want? I'm sure there's literally something for everybody. Everything from nerdy stuff, cars, sports, waifus, everything. So good luck on finding your jam as you look for stuff in the Steam Wallpaper Engine. But that's pretty much for this video, guys. Like I said, a little bit different than what we normally do, but I'm okay with it because I think different's fun sometimes. I enjoy different. I enjoy different a lot, especially because all I've been doing in WoW lately has been Mythic Pluses and raids, which is very strange for me because I'm not normally a PvE guy, but it's been really, really fun, and I want to finish all my artifact questline stuff. So haven't really had a whole lot to post there, and it's just, I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's just really hard to record anything with an infant in the house. Random cries in the background just don't make for good videos, let's be honest. So we're doing what we can, and it's giving me an opportunity to kind of try out some different stuff and even expand horizons. Ironically enough, I was looking at the other day, and probably one of the best videos I've ever done, statistically speaking, is my review of the Corsair Scimitar, oddly enough. Want to post gameplay, gets better statistics on a mouse review, so there's that. I got a new phone this past week, the Google Pixel, which might not seem that big of a deal to you, and it, not that it really should be, but I'm debating doing a review on that. I'm not planning on going full-blown review channel. It's just not something I really necessarily want to do, and I don't know if I have enough stuff to review. I don't get new things all that often, but I figured what I have I might as well talk about because it is kind of cool. But there will be more gameplay coming shortly once it just adjusts to new schedules and new life and all this stuff like that. But I will continue to say thank you guys for sticking with me. And even some of the new subscribers we've got over the past couple weeks, which has been really encouraging because I thought for sure my subs were going to dip once I stopped uploading every day. So that means the world to me, guys. So thank you very, very much. But not to ramble any further, we're going to end this one here. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of the Wallpaper Engine and what wallpapers you guys are using. All right, guys. I'll catch you next time.